I want to talk about that
Yeah.
right now because when you were doing the micro live webinars daily and you were selling Legendary Marketer, you were doing well, $35,000 a month, commissions, free content, so organic traffic. So basically, that's all profit,
Yep.
and that's great. And that's pretty much, unless you want to fly private and buy a yacht, that's pretty much more money than you can spend, at least from my experience.
100%. Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but you really weren't happy with maybe the desires that you were creating in the viewers,
Yep.
or maybe the experience that happened to folks after they purchased from you.
Yeah.
So you decided to shift a little bit. Now, I know from our pre-interview that your hand was forced a little bit, but also you had this idea before you lost your account to spoil the surprise. So I think this can be valuable for a lot of people. What do you like? What's the process? What did it look like for you where you're sitting here, you're crushing it, but you're not happy, so you want to shift? Can you take us through that transition in your own words?
Yeah, and to give the viewers a little bit of context about this, when we were talking about before, I had a $32,000 month and a $35,000 month, and it was amazing. But I started thinking in my head, and this could have been just me because I didn't have any bad experiences with returns or people. I started experiencing in my head that I was too good at selling these programs by probably minimizing the difficulty and romanticizing the ease. And if I'm good at that, I'm selling. But if the people think that going into the education, they're probably going to think it's a lot more difficult. And I literally was staying up at night. I was getting like 3 hours of sleep, just thinking, what can I do better? What can I help these people with? And talking to my girlfriend and all this stuff. And it was an issue for me. So before I lost that big page, I actually started promoting a program that I thought was more aligned with me just teaching people the number one revenue generating task. And it didn't cost them more than $125 to run that actual software. And we go out there and promote it. And they had an offer that I was like, let me just start a free Facebook group and teach everybody everything. And within 1 month, I got 2,100 people into a group. It was actually in probably 3 lives and like 5 pieces of content. Got 2,100 people into this actual group, and all like a lot of them were paying for this software, and it's a recurring thing. We were all using it. So I'm like at $2,100, $21,000 recurring monthly income in this group. And I was like, they're only paying $125 a month. I'm teaching them. This is amazing. So it was much better. I lost that account. And while I was in there teaching people, I was just like, all right, there's a lot of things that are changing with the Canvas. I need to create another page that only talks about content creation. So I started geeking out. I started looking at a lot of stuff. And if I'm getting off subject a little bit here, I apologize. But I started geeking out on a lot of different content and started making these pillars and guides and stuff. And I was like, let me test these with people that I know and everyone. And they started getting results. So for me, whether you were doing affiliate marketing, you were a skincare person, you were, I mean, working with so many different wide ranges of clients, I just felt much better. And I just feel amazed about the people that come on and say positive things. So for my sanity, this was a much better route for me of not trying to make as much money as possible, but to help as much people as possible. And even if I'm making less money, I feel better about it. So like you said earlier, $30,000 a month is absolutely amazing, but I can live on a lot less than that. So my sanity is more important with me. And I have other business things going on the side that doesn't require me to exchange value with humans. They're not business, they're, you know what I mean? So they're not peer-to-peer type of transactions. So I'm like, okay, this is cool to be able to do this because I can help people. But to have my sanity attached to the potential human on the other side that they might take a loss, it wasn't good for me.
So
Yeah,
you
you
didn't
feel more
completely
like
blow anything up and switch markets. You just kind of shifted your focus a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. Think about it, right? 90% of the people in content creation, or should I say affiliate marketing right now, think they're struggling with getting views and stuff. No, they're struggling with marketing. But if I get on camera and say you're struggling with marketing, this is what you need to do, they're not going to hear me. So I get on camera and say, if you want to get more views and go viral on social media, here are 3 things you must understand. everybody, wide range of the people are going to watch that, which allows my percentage to change. Probably only 2 to 10% of the people that see my videos is going to be my ideal customer avatar. But if I'm getting very small views, 100, 200, 300, those people aren't going to be convinced enough to work with me when I'm talking about getting more views. So I have to romanticize and widen up my reach by casting a bigger net. And then throughout my content, I boil down who my target audience is with my call to actions.